Mic test. Mic test. 1 2 1 2. Test test 1 2. Testing stereo. Testing stereo. Test mic 2. Test mic 2. Test mic 2. Test 2, test 2. Testing 2. Test 2, test 2. Turned up, test 2. Test 2, testing 2, testing mic 2. Test on mic 2. Test mic 2, testing levels.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. All right, folks, welcome to Game 2 between the Central Impact and the Pinnacle Growlers. Last night, the Pinnacle Growlers won 4-1. Regan Hiscock made it a brace for himself, getting 3 goals, a hat trick he had in that game last night. The Central Impact looking to bounce back after that heartbreaking loss last night. It's an early riser for these two teams, but they are both ready to go. So Nathan Hurley's getting the nod between the pipes tonight. He had a wonderful season. He had a 1.724 goals against average, which was the best in the league. He was on fire this year. He won Goalie of the Year and Best Goals Against Average. And he's looking to continue that trend into the playoffs. Adam Hedges is in the net for the Central Impact. He has a 5.472 goals against average. So both of these teams waiting for the national anthems to be played, and also we have a bit of an issue down on the net there. So it looks like one of the strings came off the net down there. Maybe that happened during the warm-up. Now we head to our national anthem. So both of these teams ready to go. It's game 2. The Pinnacle Growlers looking to get a commanding 2-0 lead in the series. Central Impact are not going to make it easy. They put up a strong fight last night. Mitchell Dinn played incredible in the net, as did Clay Ryan. So Nathan Hurley and Adam Hedges looking to keep that trend up and going. There we go. We're underway. Pinnacle Growlers versus Central Impact. I'm Seth Hyde. Brady Walsh back in action for the Pinnacle Growlers here this afternoon. Here's Butler down behind the net. He leaves it there for Walsh. Back up front to Hiscock. He shoots off the side of the net. Hiscock gets that out to the point to Hodder. Over to Daw. Daw with an open shot. He shoots, redirected by Butler, and that's a home run right out of the park. Great effort from the Pinnacle Growlers. And on comes defender of the year, Cole Goss. One back there to Boone. Boone dumps that down the ice. Here's Goss with it. Goss to Hiscock. Up to Walsh. Walsh giving it in to Butler. He knocks that back to Hiscock, who leaves it for Goss. Goss cutting in and playing it around the boards. Brady Walsh picks that up and leaves it for Devereaux. He plays that down low to Butler. Butler stepping in. He shoots that, and that's saved and goal by Hedges. Banked off the boards. Goss is going to chase that down. Goss to Devereaux. Devereaux banks it off the boards there to Walsh, who chips it in deep. Witten Lane on the pressure, bound. Up ice, Vitch will intercept that. Small takes that. Turned over there to Vitch. He got Curnew to his side. Vitch cutting on goal, shooting. That heads wide of the goal. Picked up by Shepard. He spins that around. Over to Cole Cooper. Curnew over to Witten. Witten and Curnew have a little collision. Witten still going, playing it around the boards. Here's Rowe. Small's going to come away with it. Adams back to Small. Here comes Small. Small cutting up the ice, getting by Curnew. Small cuts in again, faking the move around Witten. Sims shoots. That's redirected. Cooper will pick it up. Cooper up ice to Witten. Witten back to Curnew. Curnew shooting over the net. Now played out front. Vitch is not there, and now the impact on the break. Cooper with that. Spinning it around on the boards. Here's Harnett. Harnett out to Green. He shoots. That's blocked, and now here goes Curnew. Curnew looking to get the early opener here for the Pinnacle Growlers. He heads down behind the net. He goes down. He didn't like that hook then. Out to the point to Hodder. He shoots. That's blocked. Curnew almost jammed it free. Harnett picking that back up. Hodder dumping it down again. Central trying to get it out of the zone. Harnett battling with Hodder. Porter puts it down. Klein. Up ice kept in by Hodder, and Pinson's going to get that. Pinson flipping it up the ice. Daw picks that back up, and he gives it to Sexton, who leaves it for Porter, who, as I mentioned last night, turned 18 this week on March 23rd, if I am correct. That is also the same day Wayne Gretzky broke Gordie Howe's all-time scoring record back in 1994, so he has a pretty cool birthday sharing that. And now here's Porter in on goal. He shoots over the net. Great chance from him. Sexton down to Cleary. Porter's going to chase Bound. Porter trying to get it out here. Bags leaving it back for Bound. Banking it off the boards. Here's Hodder. Daw will pick it up. Daw giving it back to Porter, who dumps it in. And now Bound. Bound giving it back to Adams, who banks it up ice. Randall will chase. Randall down behind. He got Skinner in the clear. Randall to Goss. Randall with it again. Goss gets it. He gives it to Skinner. Skinner lost it. Pinkson into Reed. Reed playing it back in. Devereaux will get it back. Skinner up ice to Randall. Randall coming in on goal with Andy Knight with him. Lambert. Green is going to dump it down the ice. and it will go the full length for an icing call. Randall winning it out. Reed is going to take that up the ice. Reed getting it through. He heads down. Goss getting that back. That's fired off the side of the net. Reed trying to get it back out front. Goss will take it. Goss up ice to Randall. Randall trying to get it by. He's caught off sides. So, folks, a big day in Canadian sports. The Canadians men national soccer team takes on Jamaica. If they win, they head to the World Cup for the first time since 1986, when they qualified right here in St. John's at King George V Field. Here's Mulrooney with it. Mulrooney dancing by, he turns that over to Brady Walsh. Right back from his absence last night. Cooper stepping in. Here's Drew Shepard, not somebody you want to leave open. He shoots. That's blocked in front. Shepard giving it back to Walsh. Walsh to Shepard. Shepard to Walsh. Over to Hiscock. Regan Hiscock spinning back. He gets that across, and now Sims into Leo Adams. Adams back to Sims. He scores! Ethan Sims, a tuck-in goal, and it's 1-0 for the Central Impact. They make their impact. 14-15 left in this first period, and it's Ethan Sims. Beautiful pass from Leo Adams. And the Central Impact are on the board early here at the DF Barnes Arena. That was a beautiful pass by Leo Adams. Curnew cutting back up ice. He dashes across. Here's Vitch. Vitch looking to even it up out front. Oh, it was blocked by Pinson. Pinson getting it up to Grayson Purdy. That goes down to Hurley. Hodder is going to get that on the boards. Trying to get it up ice. Witten to Curnew. Here's Vitch. Vitch coming up here. He battles with Boone. Vitch twirling it back around. Curnew out to the point to Daw. Over to Hodder. Hodder, he shoots. That's saved in goal by Hedges. And now here's Harnett. Harnett coming up ice. Harnett plays that down low. Here's Party. He turns that over to Witten. Witten coming up ice. Here's Andrew Vitch. Vitch leaves it for Witten into Curnew. What a play by that first line. They've wowed us all year. Just when you think they've done it all, they come up with something even more special. Witten, Vitch, and Curnew. What a play, and just like that, we're tied up. What a beautiful passing play. That's one of the nicest passing plays I've ever seen, and that line has just been fabulous all year. They really started to gel together in their first homestand versus the Western Kings when Rona Witten scored 9 goals that weekend. Every single one of them was assisted by either Tyler Curnew or Andrew Vitch, and ever since then, they have been flying. Here's Cash Corbett. Coming up the ice, he gives that over to Klein. Klein stepping in and shooting, and he's caught offsides. So that's Tyler Canoe's first playoff goal. Porter leaving it for Devereaux over to Cole Goss. Goss stepping in and winging it around the boards. Cleary's going to put on the pressure. That almost gets out front, and now here come the impact. It's a 2-on-1. Cash Corbett on his way in, over to Reed. That's blocked by Cole Goss. That's why he's Defenseman of the Year. Here's Klein giving that over. Devereaux trying to dance through here. He gives that back to Goss, over to Sexton. And actually, a little fun fact about Nick Devereaux at the start of the season, he was actually leading the Pinnacle Growlers in scoring after their first 3 games. He scored against Central. He was leading the team in points and scoring, which was pretty cool to have a defender leading the team. Fed across over to Mulrooney. He feeds that up the ice. Randall's going to pick that back up. Randall coming in on goal. He fires that. That's saved by Adam Hedges. Takes a weird bounce off the boards. Randall's going to get that. Ooh, he's checked by Adams. The Central Impact bench love that. Randall out to Knight. Knight to Cooper. He fires that on goal. That's blocked. Here's Knight peeling back around. Klein is going to get it. Now Small up to Sims. Sims couldn't get to it. He has a goal this afternoon. Skinner to Shepard. Shepard coming up ice. Shepard, he's going to play that around the boards. Picked up by Alex Rowe. He banks that off. Shepard gets it. Small battling with Shepard. Skinner firing it back in. Here's Mulrooney. Mulrooney over to Rowe. Rowe back to Mulrooney. Mulrooney loses it. Here's Matty Butler. 4 players on him. He almost got through them all. Shepard over to Cooper. Cooper back to Shepard. Lovely passing from the defensive pair. Here's Hiscock. Hiscock banking it up the ice. Hedges is going to leave it for an icing call with 10:19 left in the first. So unlike yesterday, both of these teams strike early. 6 minutes in was our first goal of the game. There's Knight playing that around the boards to Hodder. Walsh over to Hodder again. Dawes going to step in and take it. Dawes still trying to keep it in, and now they burst through. Hodder says no and plays it back in. Hiscock feeding across ice to Green. That bounces down to Hiscock. Hiscock looking to pick up where he left off last night. Hiscock out to Walsh, who gives it to the point to Hodder, over to Daw. Daw shoots that. Rebound out to Butler. Oh, what a pass to Regan Hiscock. That's his 4th. And he has been absolutely stellar this playoff. Lovely vision from Matthew Butler. And that line strikes again. Butler, Walsh, Hiscock reunited in style. Beautiful pass, lovely finish by Regan Hiscock. That's his 4th in 2 games. He's been red hot. Maybe it'll be a bit of a Ronan Witten deja vu here, except with Regan Hiscock. Maybe he'll have a 9-goal weekend with the Central Impact. He's got 4 in 2 games. Let's see if he can grow his total. Hodder over to Walsh. Butler trying to free it. Walsh getting that. Rowe leaves it for Pinkson. Butler trying to jam it free. Rowe giving that up to Small. Small flipping that by. That's blocked. Walsh getting that. Walsh coming up ice. Seeing what he can do here. Looking to make this a 3-goal game. Or a 2-goal game, rather. Hiscock dancing by. Oh, what a move. That's blocked by Pinkson. Banked off Goss's stick. He managed to keep it in. Hiscock's going to lay on that pressure. There's Mulrooney. Mulrooney cutting up ice. Devereaux is going to chase that back. Goss getting it. Goss dumping it in around the boards. Right there to Andrew Vitch. Vitch banging that down. Kernew out front. Witten's going to pick it up. He shoots that, heads wide, and Devereaux's going to get it. Devereaux down to Vitch. That's intercepted, and here's Cash Corbett. Corbett up to Kernew. Kernew coming up ice. Kernew gets checked. Baggs will pick it up down behind. Baggs spinning around Vitch. Here's Witten. He picks that up. Turned over to Baggs. Baggs dumped up the ice. Here's Cash Corbett. Corbett coming in. Leaving it there for Baggs. Baggs shoots. Ooh, glove hand saved by Nathan Hurley. So, folks, I'd also like to thank my dad today. Dad's on the camera, Darren Hyde. He's on the camera. My mom was on the camera last night. It's almost like they do a shift change, if you will. So they're spending another day here in the rink. Porter winning it back. That's dumped up the ice. Reed shoots, blockered away by Hurley. Lambert battles with Cooper. Played around the boards. Kept in by Green. Sexton leaving it back for Porter. Porter cross-ice feed there to Cooper. Cooper back to Porter. Porter coming in on goal. Porter getting around Green. Out to the point to Shepard. Shepard walks in, shoots, redirected, saved in goal. Sexton is going to get that. Sexton giving it back to Cleary. Cleary to Porter. Porter out to the point to Shepard. Shepard steps in. He gives that back to Porter. Porter spinning it around again. He shoots that on goal. That's blocked. Sexton getting it back again. He shoots. He scores! Reese Sexton. His first playoff goal, and it's 3-1 now for the Pinnacle Growlers. They're starting to put this game into overdrive. Reese Sexton with a beautiful goal. Former Avalon Celtic. Putting it into the back of the net. Mark Sexton giving him a little fist pump down there, his father and president of the Celtics. So that is his first career playoff goal, if I'm correct. So special moment for him and his family. Hodder giving it over to Daw. Up to Skinner. Skinner's going to push it into the zone again. Andy Knight laying on the pressure here. Bound. That heads around the boards to Pinson. Kept by Knight. Knight getting that. That goes to Hodder. Hodder around the boards. Bound is going to chase. Randall. Battling on the boards with Knight. Knight trying to poke it free. They still trying to battle it. Dawes going to come away with it. He gives it over to Hodder, who shoots. Oh, Hedges lost sight of that. It hit him in the mask. That's a good way to wake you up in the morning. Here's Andy Knight, just barely keeping it in. He gives that down to Randall. Randall out front. Knight was almost there in time. Played back down around to Randall, who leaves it there for Skinner. Skinner trying to get it by Andy Knight. Cutting in, he leaves it back. Pinson will get it. Fed up to Sims. Sims coming in on goal. Blocked by Daw. Banked off the boards. Here's Andy Knight. Over to Mulrooney. Mulrooney dumping it down around. Walsh is going to pick that up on the boards. Trying to jam it free. Hiscock is going to chase Rowe. Small getting it. Small playing it in. Here's Sims. Sims giving it back. Oh, beautiful passing from the impact. But Nathan Hurley makes it look easy. He slides across beautifully. Here's Hodder. Tanking it off the boards to Walsh. He gives it up to Butler. Here's Hiscock cutting in on goal. Hiscock to Butler. Oh, Butler and Hiscock almost had a beautiful 1-2 pass. That would have been a lovely goal. Regan Hiscock could have made it a 5-goal weekend. Here's Cole Goss with it. Goss giving it back to Walsh. Sims playing it up the ice. He has the goal for the Impact here this afternoon. Here's Hiscock back to Goss. Goss over to Devereaux. Devereaux to Butler. Butler zipping by, giving it to Walsh. Walsh fans on the pass, and that's banked back out. Devereaux puts it back in. Fed up ice. Goss getting that back. Giving it over to Devereaux. Devereaux up to Witten, who chips it by. Now Vitch banking that off the boards. Here's Hiscock. Oh, lovely move from him. Poke checked away by Rowe. Now Corbett. Corbett coming up the ice. Corbett, oh, beautiful move around Devereaux. He stops, checks behind him. Witten banking that off the boards. Here goes Vitch. Vitch cutting up ice. Witten getting by. Witten playing it just wide of the net. That hops over Vitch's stick. Curnew trying to come away with it here. Witten getting it back. Witten to Goss. Goss playing it around the boards. Vitch is going to pick that up. Curnew. Curnew down to Vitch. Vitch trying to get it out front. That's blocked by Bound. Witten. There to Vitch. Witten getting it back again. Witten trying to jam it through, and Baggs is going to get it out. Corbett coming up ice. Seems like we haven't had a whistle in a while. Devereaux. Oh, lovely pass up to Vitch. He couldn't get there, and I jinxed it. We have a whistle after 3 minutes here, folks. So 2:32 left in this first period. It's 3-1 for the Pinnacle Growlers. And if you're here this week, be sure to drop by the canteen that is open for the U11C team. We're trying to raise funds for that team. They got delicious cookies, hot chocolate, anything you might want at a hockey rink. You can head down to the canteen. It's for a great cause. So be sure to bring some money next time you come to Feeling Gardens for a game. Here we're going to chase it down, and he's called for icing. Here's Lambert trying to get it by. Hurley's going to play it safe and win from having no whistles to whistles every 5 seconds here. It's been a pretty thrilling game so far, folks. Just 2 minutes left to this period. See Mary Lou Sweetapple saying that her grandson is Nathan Hurley. Let me tell you, Mary Lou, he is a wonderful netminder, so now I can make that connection between you two. I see Grand Falls Station Chronicle saying, good job on the commentary. We're glad you're here with us this afternoon. Played out front to Cleary. That's banked free Shepherd. Down to Cleary. Cleary around to Porter. Porter out to Sexton. Sexton trying to get it by Cleary. He's going to try to fire it on goal. Sexton keeping it back, and he has a goal today. Wong around the boards. Banked around Cooper. He keeps that back. Almost went out of play. And now here's Morgan Porter. Porter shoots. That head's just wide. He gets it again. Fired rebound for Cleary. How did that stay out? Oh, he scores! Ewan Cleary getting it right in front of the net. He parked himself right in front and had a beautiful finish. And this third line here today is playing stellar. Cleary and Sexton both with goals. Ewan Cleary had 3 or 4 shots on net. The third one is the charm. He fits it in, and it's 4-1. And the Pinnacle Growlers are starting to run away with this, but there's still 41 minutes left of this game here, including the second and third period. So still a lot of time for Central to come back. I've always respected the team that tries to make a one-goal lead too, and that's exactly what the Pinnacle Growlers are doing here, trying to make that lead more and more comfortable. There's Sexton playing that up the ice. It gets by. Here's Andy Knight. Knight trying to get it back. Randall picking it up again. Corbett up ice to Pinson. We're down to 50 seconds. Pinson to Corbett. Hodder's going to take it. That's played around. Corbett getting it again. Knight playing it off the boards. Rowe to Pinson, who dumps it down. Hurley leaving it there for Daw. Daw with it down behind the net up to Skinner. Skinner playing it down to Hodder. It looks like the Pinnacle Growlers might drain out the clock here. Daw trying to get it up ice. Skinner is going to get that and play it down. Here's Rowe with it. So we've had the same score here in the first period than the whole game last night. We're off to a quicker start to this game. Adams looking for one last rush. He runs out of time. So what an eventful first period, folks. We'll leave the stream going. I just won't be talking. Be sure to enjoy your break. Final score after one, it's 4-1. All right, folks, welcome back to our second period. It's 4-1 for the Pinnacle Growlers heading in to this period. Grayson Party, I was just informed by Colin Stuckless, left the rink holding his arm. So the rumor has it that he dislocated his shoulder. Now that is not confirmed, but he went off the ice with an ice pack and they took him to the hospital. So hopefully he is okay. So it looks like there's something on the ice there that they just got to water over. So we just have a bit of a delay here, folks. Looks like the Zamboni left behind something that they're just trying to fix. Okay, it looks like we're ready here now after that bit of a delay. And we're ready to go, folks. Second period. Impact. Growlers. I'm Seth Hyde. Your voice. Nice catch by Clay Ryan over on the bench. He's not a net, but he's still flashing the leather over there. I guess you could say that's his first save of the night. Saving Jeff Weber, the trainer, over on the bench. Fired on goal by Hiscock. Saved by Din. Here's Butler. Hiscock giving it out to the point to Daw. He steps in, shoots, redirected over the net. Lambert cutting it on goal. He gives it to Pinkson. Pinkson zipping by, cutting back. Giving it there for Lambert. Lambert and Hodder. Reed battling on the boards. Walsh freeing it. Butler trying to get it back to Walsh again. Walsh playing it around the boards to Daw. Lambert getting that back. Hiscock up to Walsh. Walsh bursting up the ice. That's banked off the boards. Hodder getting it back. Hodder over to Daw. Daw up ice to Hiscock. Hiscock cutting in on goal here. Working his way through center ice. Hiscock heading down low. Still going. Hiscock Banking it back. He gets it again. Hiscock stepping in. Oh, that's blocked by Sims. Adams cutting by. He spins back around, giving it down to Sims. Witten will come away with it and bank it off the boards. Vitch coming up the ice. 18:25 left here in this second period. Rowe turning that over to Witten. Witten, a beautiful move around Small. Devereaux playing it down around the boards. Mulroney is going to chase that. Vitch will take it on the boards. Vitch still battling forward. He plays it out front. Oh, what a pass by Andrew Vitch. Right out to Tyler Canoe. We didn't expect that. And I don't think the impact did either. That's Tyler Canoe's second of the day. That's his second day. A beautiful goal by him. An even nicer pass by Andrew Vitch. And that line has done it again. And the goal's waved off. So it is still a 4-1 game. Not sure why they did wave it off. Oh, it looked like the net came off by the looks of it. But what a beautiful goal that would have been. Here's Klein. Klein playing it around the boards. Here's Vitch with it. Vitch. That goes out to Devereaux. Squeezing out front and played down the ice. Goss is going to get that. Put it back in. Green around the boards to Pinson. Witten is going to come away with it. He does a nice little pass over to Cole Goss. He shoots. Coming back out to Devereaux. Devereaux playing it in front. Here come the impact. This Cash Corbett. Coming up the ice. Goss is going to chase it, and he plays that around the boards. Canoe leaves it for Witten. Witten down low. He cuts around. Ref's arm is raised here. Vitch coming in. Andrew Vitch shoots over the net, and we got a penalty coming up. That's our second penalty of the series. 2 penalties in 2 games. And it's Noah Harnett who heads to the box. 2 minutes. So the Growlers putting out their special teams line that have worked all year. They had the #1 power play in the regular season. They're looking to carry that over here to the postseason. They have a 100% penalty kill so far in the postseason, so they're looking to make it a 100% power play. And remember, folks, if you're here this week, head down to the canteen. Canteen is open. They got every snack for any of your needs, and it's for a good cause for the U11C team. So be sure to head down to the canteen. Here's Matthew Butler. Butler coming up ice. He stops and waits over to Goss. Goss to Hiscock. Hiscock steps in, giving it back over to Butler. Butler out to Walsh. Walsh shoots. Rebound comes out to Hiscock, almost putting it away. Hiscock twirling back around, out to the point to Goss. Goss fakes that shot over to Butler. Butler in front to Shepard. It's still free out in front. Walsh shoots. Hiscock gets it back again. Hiscock out to Goss. Goss to Butler. Butler over to Hiscock. Hiscock back to Goss again. Lovely passing from the Growlers. And it looks like Mitchell Din is in net now. They pulled Adam Hedges out. Din is back in. Here's Curnew. Out to Daw. He shoots. That's blocked in front. Oh, that's Porter. My apologies. Here's Porter. Over to Witten. Witten back to Porter. Porter over to Witten again. Lovely passing from this Pinnacle Growlers power play. Curnew cuts in, shoots. Didn't know where it was. It was in between his pads. Another beautiful save from him with 15:51 left in the second period. 52 seconds left on that power play as well. Here's Vitch with it down. Vitch down low. He gives it to Witten. Witten out to Porter. Porter back to Witten again. Witten out to Porter. Porter shoots. It's freed out front and covered up by Mitchell Din. So a bit of deja vu here in this game. The Central Impact struck first last night, and then the Pinnacle Growlers had 4 unanswered goals. The same thing happened here this afternoon. Here's Vitch. Vitch with it on the boards, trying to get it out front. That's knocked away, and Witten will get it back. Witten out to Porter. Porter to Witten. Witten back out to Porter. Porter to Witten again. Rona Witten trying to get it out front. Curnew picks it up. He shoots. Rebound. They score! It's Mason Daw on the doorstep. And it's 5-1 for the Pinnacle Growlers now. So they got a 100% penalty kill and a 100% power play. What a way to start off their postseason. Mason Daw, his first of the postseason. Tyler Curnew and Ronan Witten picking up the assists. 5-1. It's 5 for the Pinnacle Growlers, and it's turning into a landslide. But the Central Impact still have loads of time to get back into this game. Never say never, folks. Small playing it up ice. Here's Cooper. Cooper feeding it over to Shepard. That heads down the ice. Klein is going to get it on the boards. Klein. Up ice again. Porter. Trying to knock it back down. It heads out to Cleary. Cleary down low. Ooh, kicked out front and covered up by Din. .44 left in the second period. Here's Sims. Oh, the ref's arm is raised, and the Pinnacle Growlers will be tested on the penalty kill. The Central Impact on the power play with a chance to get themselves back in the game. It's Reese Sexton in the box. He has a goal, an assist, and a penalty. So, if you will, he has a Gordie Howe hat trick without the fight. So he can replace the fight with a penalty here. He has a partial Gordie Howe hat trick. So what a game for Reese Sexton. Out to the point to Mulrooney. Mulrooney down to Small. Small giving it down low. Here's Pinkson. Pinkson out to Adams, back to Pinkson. Pinkson shoots. Saved in goal. Shepard being pressured here. Kept in by Mulrooney. Mulrooney giving it over to Adams. Adams shoots, blocked in front by Cole Cooper. Fed over to Mulrooney. Mulrooney in front. Oh, blocked by Cooper. Cooper giving that back around. Randall is going to chase that on the boards. There's Cooper. That's redirected and hits the Volkswagen sign. Here's Daw. Daw dumping it down the ice. Picked up by Din. He banks that off the boards to Pinkson. Back down low. Pinkson getting it again. Pinkson coming up ice here. Pinkson looking to go the full length. He dumps that down. Mason Daw is going to step in. Fed out to the point. Over to Boone. Boone playing that down low. Cleary gets it. He banks that off the boards, and that just squeezes out. Now here goes Brady Walsh. Walsh coming in. He shoots. Saved by Din. Walsh battling with Rowe on the boards. Here's Pinkson. Up to Lambert. Lambert cutting up the ice. He stops and waits. Out to Pinkson. He shoots wide of the net. Daw dumping it down the ice. Will go the full length. Cleary is going to chase it in here. Cleary. Mulrooney's going to pick that back up. Andy Knight knocked away by Noah Harnett. Harnett feeding it up to Corbett. Dropping that back to Rowe. Rowe up ice to Pinkson. Pinkson shoots, saved in goal by Hurley. So we're back to even strength. Pinnacle Growlers keeping their A-plus track record with their special teams. Played up the ice there to Butler. Hiscock is going to cut in, and that's turned over to Cash Corbett. Corbett coming up the ice. Corbett zipping by. Oh, lovely moves from Corbett. Getting it around to Pinson. Pinson trying to get it by. Butler's going to cut in and twirl it back around to Goss. Goss cutting up the ice. Flipping it over to Hiscock. Hiscock cutting it in here. Out to Knight. He shoots. That heads wide. Butler picks it back up. Butler over to Goss. Goss coming in, shooting. Rebound out front. Knight couldn't get his stick on it. Out to Devereaux. Going into Hiscock. Devereaux getting it back again. Devereaux cutting down, banking it off the boards. Shepard is going to pick that up. Shepard, he turns that over to Pinkson. Here's Pinkson, and he's caught off sides. So, folks, 11:02 left in the second period. It's a 4-goal game, 5-1 for the Pinnacle Growlers. Small winning it out to Boone. That's played back out to Boone again. He gets a second chance, dumping it in. Now Reed. Turning it over to Vitch. Here comes Vitch the other way. Vitch. Oh, he fed it in the Cornu, and he's caught off sides. That would have been a beautiful play. Witten winning it there to Vitch. And now Cooper's going to lay on that pressure. Vitch. That heads around the boards to Baggs. Being pressured by Vitch. Over to Boone. Boone banking that off the board. Small, he's going to chase Witten. Getting that back. Small. To Reed. Reed out to the point to Boone. He shoots. Oh, it pops up in the air. Knocked down by Shepard. Cooper. Coming up ice here. Oh, Cooper trying to get by. Boone. He has it down behind his net. Up the ice to Small. Always leveled by Shepard. They'll have to take a trip down to Collision Clinic after that one. That goes all the way down to Mitchell Din. It's fed up the ice. Adams is going to get it. Fed up there to Harnett. That bounces up in the air. Harnett gets it down. Adams. And Harnett used his hand to play it to Adams. As we know, that's not allowed. Here's Daw. Daw cutting up ice there to Cleary. Cleary trying to give it back. That's turned over to Party. Cleary's still trying to get it free. Mulrooney, lovely pass up to Adams. Here he is, he shoots, saved and goal by Hurley. Sexton with it. He gives that up to Porter. Porter coming up ice here. Harnett is going to intercept. Porter trying to get it back, played up the ice. Shipped in deep. Hurley is going to cover that up. 8:44 left in the second period. It's 5-1 for the Pinnacle Growlers. Laid down Randall around the boards tonight. Oh, that's turned over to Cash Corbett. He shoots. Nathan Hurley with a lovely save. And now here's Pinkson. Pinkson giving it down to Corbett. They still try to jam it free. Goss getting it on the boards. Randall. Lambert's going to intercept. He gives that out front to Corbett. He shoots. Saved in goal. Randall giving that back. Devereaux trying to get it free. Lambert cuts in. That's blocked. Pinkson shoots. Lovely save by Hurley. Goss around the boards. Skinner trying to keep that in. Devereaux getting it. Devereaux around the boards there to Goss. Cole Goss down behind the net. Goss working his way up the ice. He gives that over to Knight. Knight cutting in on goal. Skinner trying to get it out front. Oh my goodness, the net almost trapped the netminder. There's a water bottle on the ground. He almost had a bit of a trap around the goalie then. Never seen that before. There's Klein cutting in. Oh, what a goal! Matt Klein making it look easy. An end-to-end rush, putting it into the corner. That's a beauty. And it's 5-2. This game is starting to get interesting. That's Matt Klein's first goal of the playoffs. I just dropped my clipboard off the perch there. So Matt Klein making it look easy. A beautiful move. That a defenseman going end to end, making it look like he was Cale Makar cutting up the ice then. Here's Butler. Butler faking that, giving it over to Shepard. Shepard. Oh, he almost got it over to Cole Cooper. Butler's going to chase that. He got 3 impact players giving it in to Hiscock. Oh, just caught offsides. Great look from Matthew Butler. Butler giving that back to Shepard. Shepard over to Cooper. Walsh poking it free. Giving it into Butler. Butler to Hiscock. Hiscock shoots, saved in goal by Din. Here's Cooper cutting in. Cooper to Hiscock. Oh, he almost got it down to Walsh. Walsh playing that off the boards to Cooper. Cooper almost got it back to Walsh again. Harnett coming in. Oh, big check on the boards by Cooper. Walsh up ice. Boone is going to chase that down. Here's Boone with it on the boards. He wings that around there to Reed. Reed up to Adams. Adams coming in on goal. Lovely move. Harnett shoots. Saved and goal by Hurley. That cuts back. Hiscock banking that up ice. Here's Witten. Witten coming in on goal. He shoots. Oh my, redirected wide of the net. And it looks like we have a too many men on the ice call coming up for the Pinnacle Growlers. So still no sign of Grayson Party, so he must have got taken to the hospital. Regan Hiscock is going to serve that too many men on the ice call. Hopefully Grayson Party is okay. Small out to Adams. Adams down to Mulrooney. Back to Adams. He gives that over to Small. Small shoots. That's redirected. Mulrooney giving that down to Pinkston to Small again. Small giving that out to Adams. Adams to Small. He shoots. They still try to jam it away. And Liam Hodder picking up for his netminder. Pinkston kept going at him then. Just like any defender or player in general, they don't like when you keep hitting at the goalie. Small to Adams. Adams down to Small. Small shoots redirected wide. Vitch chipping that off the boards. Here goes Ronan Witten. Witten chasing Adams. Down behind the net. Adams cuts back around. Here's Mulrooney. Up the ice to Lambert. Being chased down by Hodder. Vitch will chase here. Vitch chasing Small, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 cross-checking towards Andrew Vitch. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for a minute here. Cash Corbett cuts in and gives that out to Small. Kept out by Goss. Corbett over to Mulrooney. Oh my, they almost broke the 100% penalty kill. Walsh is going to wait here. Here's Small cutting in. Small going down behind the net. Being pressured by Goss. Corbett cutting out. He gives it across to Adams. That's redirected wide. Adams cutting it back, and that's cleared down the ice by Devereaux. So we're going to be back to 5-on-4 here in 3 seconds. Regan Hiscock is out of the box. Here's Small cutting in on goal. Small giving it across. That's dumped out by Walsh. And now here goes Ewan Cleary, who already has a goal. Cleary cutting in. Ooh, a nice back check by Cash Corbett. Walsh trying to get that free. Sims will pick it up. Sims with it down behind the net. Starts to come up the ice. Corbett. Corbett back to Sims. Here's Rowe, dishing it across to Cash Corbett, and he's just caught offsides. So 24 seconds left on the power play for the Central Impact. They're looking to get their 3rd goal of the afternoon. Here's Cooper. He plays that up the ice. Cleary's going to lay on the pressure. Here's Cooper with it. Cooper playing it back in, just 10 seconds left here on the power play. Beautiful feed up to Sims. Here's Sims. He comes in. Oh, lovely play by Cole Cooper. Diving to keep it out. And the Central Impact are now 0 for 3 on the power play tonight, or this afternoon rather. Here's Shepard trying to get it by Klein. Curnew coming in. 2:30 left in the second period. It's 5-2. Porter giving that down to Curnew. Curnew trying to kick it out to Cooper. Here goes the Impact. And on goal, Corbett turning that over to Cooper, who banks it off the boards, and Hurley, ooh, he almost fumbled that. He had to cover it up. Here goes Regan Hiscock all alone again. Hiscock, and he scores! It's him and him again. That's his 5th of the weekend. A beautiful tuck-in goal. Deking the goalie's socks off. I just saw socks go down Logie Bay Road. What a deke by Regan Hiscock. 5th of the playoffs, 5th in 2 games, 2nd this afternoon. He is on fire. Right out of the box and on the board. It's a 6-2 game. Here's Porter. Giving that back to Hodder. Fed up ice to Sexton. Mulrooney. Over to Daw. Hodder getting it back to Daw again. Daw. He gives that over to Sexton. Back to Daw again. Daw over to Hodder. Hodder cutting across the red line. Dumping it down. Sexton is going to chase. Here's Pinkson. Hiscock is going to lay on the pressure. Porter twirling back around. He is going to start to cut up the ice. Sexton in there to Hiscock. Hiscock, beautiful move. He shoots. Oh, that's saved in goal by Denny. Almost had his 2nd hat trick of this playoffs. Down to our last minute of the 2nd. Here's Porter being pressured by Hiscock. And Hiscock is going to get his 2nd penalty of the afternoon here coming up. Fed up the ice. Goss will touch it. And we got another penalty coming up. It's Regan Hiscock again, his 2nd penalty of the 2nd period. He's got 2 goals, 2 penalties. He's definitely doubling down here in this game. That's kicked out to the point to Adams. Down low to Pinkson. Pinkson out to Adams. Adams to Pinkson. Pinkson shoots, that heads wide. 25 seconds left. Here's Skinner putting the pressure on. Fed in front to Lambert. Oh my, almost a goal for the Impact. And it is a 4-minute penalty for Regan Hiscock. Fed up the ice to Small. That goes to Devereaux. Devereaux dumping it back in, and that is going to do it for our second period. So the final score after 2, it's 6-2 for the Pinnacle Growlers. Folks, take a break. Enjoy yourselves. We'll be back once the third period begins. All right, folks, welcome back to our third and final period of play. The Central Impact looking to get back into this game here. They've had a challenging first two periods, so they're looking to bounce back here in this third. But it is going to be rough. The Pinnacle Growlers have the best goalie and the best defense in the league, or the best goalies, I should say. Nathan Hurley and Clay Ryan have been stellar all year. So the Pinnacle Growlers looking to take a commanding 2-0 series lead if they can hang on to this 6-2 lead. So Regan Hiscock is still in the box for 3 more minutes. And there was a bit of a confusion before we started here. Sounded like I was coming out of the big speaker during the intermission. So we had a bit of technical difficulties, but really the person who was doing the music was watching the live stream. So we thought that I was coming out of the speaker for a little bit, but it's all resolved now. Everybody was looking up here in the broadcast booth, thinking it was us who was going through the speaker. But let's put that aside. It's hockey time, folks. Third period about to get underway. It's Growlers Impact, live from the historic DF Barnes Arena. I'm your voice of the Pinnacle Growlers, Seth Hyde. Played up to Pinkson. Pinkson to Mulrooney. Mulrooney to Pinkson. Pinkson cutting back in. He plays that around the boards. Sims tried to bat it down, and Vitch is going to put it down the ice. Played up to Pinkson. Pinkson dashing by. He heads down behind the net. Win for the Michigan. He almost pulled it off. Small goes for the shot. Saved in goal by Hurley. Here's Adams. Adams with it, giving it out to Mulrooney. It gets by his stick. Fitch laying on the pressure. Small giving that back across. Small with it again. Up to Adams. Adams coming in on goal. Oh, Witten fans on it. Going out to Small. Small coming in on goal. That's banked off to Corbett. Corbett back to Small. Small curling back around. He winds, waits. Small giving it back, and that's dumped down by Daw. Witten all alone here. Small's going to take the puck away from Witten. Small coming up the ice. Goss. Dana's going to leave it there behind for Boone. Corbett. Oh, he blows a tire. Harnett giving it back to Corbett. Corbett coming up ice. Corbett zipping in on goal. Corbett waiting. Corbett banking it off to Reed. Back to Corbett. Here's Harnett with it. Harnett giving it back to Rowe. In cuts Walsh. That's cleared away. Harnett off the boards to Rowe. Rowe to Corbett. Corbett coming up ice. He leaves it back for Rowe again. Rowe over to Reed. Reed in on goal. He gets checked by Devereaux. Out to the point to Corbett. Corbett giving it down. Goss getting it back again Once again, we haven't had a whistle in a long time. I might jinx it here. Lambert shoots. That's saved in goal and dumped down by Cleary. Just 25 seconds left on the power play here. Fed up the ice. It gets by Bags. Here's Cooper. Down to Shepard. Shepard batted down by Porter. Mulrooney heading down behind the net. Mulrooney waiting, and it's still 100% penalty kill for the Pinnacle Growlers. We're back to even strength. There wasn't a whistle for that whole 3 minutes that Hiscock was in the box. Here's Curnew coming by here. Klein still battling for it. Curnew gives that out to Shepard, who shoots that, and that's gloved, and we got our first whistle of the period. .24 left here in this third. It's 6-2 for the Pinnacle Growlers. Porter winning it to Sexton, who gives it out to Shepard. He shoots that. That's redirected. Bags will pick it up. Bags trying to get it by Porter. Freeing it on the boards. Out to the point to Cooper. He dishes that down to Shepard. He fires out on goal. Clear away, and Bags will get that back. Sexton banking it off the boards. That heads out to Shepard. Shepard fakes it. Oh, he loses it. Pinson pushing it down to Pinkson. Pinkson spinning it back around out front to Pinson, and the ref's arm is raised. We got another penalty coming up. So it looks like the penalty is going to be for Drew Shepard. He heads to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. Dumped down the ice by Hodder. Din is going to play it down behind the net. Wing around the boards, and Green will pick it up. Green coming up ice. Here goes Adams. Adams down low. Adams giving it out to the point to Klein. Back to Adams. Klein getting it again. It's turned over. Skinner tried to get it back. Fed down to Pinkson. That goes wide. Pinkson gets it back again, feeds it out front. Knocked away, and Randall dumps it down the ice. Exactly 15 minutes left in the third. Here's Pinkson. Lovely feed over to Leo Adams. Adams out to Klein. Klein fired over to Green. That's knocked wide. Matt Klein has a goal in this game. That's dumped down. Din waiting here. Din is going to shovel it over to Green. Vitch chasing that. Goss gets it. Goss dumping it back in. Klein will chase. Klein giving it there for Small. Small up the ice. Here's Adams. Leo Adams cutting in. He twirls back around, and that's turned over to Goss, who dumps it down the ice. Din leaving it there for Mulrooney. Mulrooney with it down behind the net, and Small will take it. He gives it back to Mulrooney. Mulrooney coming up ice. It's dashed down low to Witten. Witten trying to get it free. Small getting that. Small with it. Out to Mulrooney. Back to Small. Small over to Boone. We're back to even strength. 0 for 5 tonight of the Central Impact. And this afternoon, rather, folks. Forgive me if I keep saying tonight. So used to calling night games. Here's Small coming in again. He cuts back. Heading around the center ice line. Oh, he blows the tire, giving him back. the point. There's Sims trying to chase that down. Goss over to Devereaux. He gives that to Hiscock. Hiscock almost getting it over to Butler. Klein to Lambert. Lambert over to Harnett. There's Goss with it. Goss up to Hiscock. Hiscock cutting in, shooting. Saved in goal by Din. 12:56 left of the third. It's 6-2 for the Pinnacle Growlers. Hiscock playing that down. Butler trying to get it out in front. That's covered by Mitchell Din. Here's Walsh pressuring Corbett. Corbett getting it free. That's turned over to Hiscock. Reed. There's Harnett coming up the ice. Harnett's still going. Walsh gets that back. Butler getting it here. Butler with a lovely feed. Hiscock. That goes down the ice for an icing call. It's 12:22 left in the third period. It's 6-2 for the Pinnacle Growlers. This has been a pretty exciting game, too, so far. Way more high scoring than the last one. Here's Cole Cooper with it, up to Walsh. He gives that to Butler. Here goes Matthew Butler. Butler coming in. Ooh, he is checked by Pinkston. He is okay. Here's Cooper with it. Cooper shoots. That's blocked, and that heads up and hits the red padding. Witten to Cornu to Shepard. He tries to get that back in. Pinson banking it off the boards. Cooper's going to chase that down, and it will go the full length for an icing call. Here's Witten, jamming it by. Oh, he almost got it out front to Vitch. Bags, chipping it up the ice. Cornu, getting it out to Witten. Cooper is going to twirl it back around. He gives it to Shepard. Shepard, dumping it in around the boards. Vitch will chase that. Vitch battling for it on the boards here. That comes out front. Witten tried to give it back to Vitch. Great effort from him. Played down low to Vitch. Around the boards to Mulrooney. Mulrooney plays it around. Here's Mulrooney. Up ice. Pinkson. Bags almost made it in time. Cooper. Giving that up to Witten. Witten coming down. Witten still going through. Lovely pass over to Vitch. He shoots. Save. Rebound out to Shepard. Oh, he almost got it in. Shepard getting that back again. Giving it down to Vitch. Vitch out front. Shot wide of the net. Cornu. Checked on the boards. Adams. Battling with Vitch. Small will come away with it. Small to Pinkson. Giving it up ice. Here's Adams. Adams cutting in on goal. Turned over to Shepard. Shepard, and he is going to get another penalty here. That's going to be his second of the afternoon. Heading out to Green. He shoots, has to block, rebound out front. Green shoots again. Another save by Hurley. And Porter's going to touch it, and Drew Shepard goes to the box. So the Central Impact, 6th power play this afternoon. That goes out to the point. Pinkson gets it. He shoots, redirected. Not sure how Hurley managed to keep an eye on that one. Small, playing that up ice. Impact trying to make something happen here. Small cutting in. He shoots, saved by Hurley, and he's going to cover it up. Here's Cleary, giving it there to Hodder, who pokes it through. Cleary's going to get it and dump it down the ice. Mulrooney with it down behind the net. Up to Sims. Sims coming in here. He stops and waits. Banks it off to Mulrooney. That goes down to Small. Small twirling around again. He battles with Daw. Going out there to Lambert. Lambert feeding it across now. Here's Sims with it down low. Mulrooney. Mulrooney to Pinkson. Pinkson to Small. He shoots off the side, and that's dumped down. Dan is going to leave it for Mulrooney. Mulrooney coming up the ice. He gives it to Reed. Coming in on goal. Seeing what he can do here, and it's called for offsides. So 8:42 left to this third. 6-2 for the Pinnacle Growlers. 31 seconds left on the power play. Here's Goss. Getting that down the ice. Din. Leaving it there for Alex Rowe. Corbett playing it up ice. Here's Reed. Reed cutting in. Sexton. Oh, he fires that over the glass. One out to the point to Rowe. Rowe shoots, that saved. Goss trying to get it away. Corbett down low to Reed. They still try to poke it away. We're back to even strength. 0 for 6 on the power play are the Central Impact. Hurley giving it down to Goss. He comes around here. Corbett getting it out to Rowe, and he's caught off sides. Here's Knight. Giving it there to Cooper. Knight gets it. Up to Skinner. In cuts Skinner. That's kept in by Knight. Down around to Pinkson. Pinkson up to Baggs. Baggs back to Pinkson. Pinkson to Pinkson. Here's Pinson with it now. Giving it back to Boone. Boone over to Klein. Klein up ice. Bags couldn't get it. Knight. Coming in Klein. Gets that back to Pinkson. Here's Skinner. Skinner to Cooper. Over to Shepard. Shepard with a power drive where he shoots. That's saved in goal. Now Skinner shoots that wide of the net. Goes out to Shepard. He couldn't get the shot off. Shepard over to Skinner. Down low. Oh, beautiful passing. It's Knight. Did he score? No. Oh my goodness, what a save by Mitchell Din. Getting the stick across and saving it right on the goal line. Laying it on the line just like triumph. That was a beautiful save. He keeps stunning us every game. Butler winning that out to Shepard. It just barely got out. Shepard to Cooper. He gives that over to Hiscock. Hiscock cutting in. Down to Walsh. Walsh down low. Butler twirling back around. He cuts it out to Cooper. Cooper trying to get it back to Butler. Small is going to dump it down the ice. Icing waved off. Shepard over to Cooper. Cooper giving it back to Shepard. Shepard up there to Butler. Here's Cooper cutting back in. Green banking it off the boards. Walsh laying it back in. The Growlers are going to lay on the pressure here. Walsh battling forward on the boards. He heads down low. Walsh feeding it out front to Hiscock. He shoots. Saved in goal by Din. Witten out to Hodder. He shoots. That's saved and goal by Din. That's played around the boards by Boone. Fed up the ice. Daw is going to chase that down. Daw battling with Adams. Witten. Fed up ice to Vitch. Vitch giving it there to Witten. Witten cutting in on goal here. He drops that back to the point to Daw. Daw shoots, redirected wide of the net. Vitch shoots, that heads wide again. Here's Lambert. Lambert shooting wide of the net. Here's Curnew. Rowe back to Klein. Glove down there by Curnew. Curnew cuts in again. He heads down behind the net. Curnew out front to Witten. Oh, he scores! Ronan Witten finally gets on the score sheet. He's been all over the ice these past two games. Lovely pass from Tyler Curnew out in front. Ronan Witten waiting right there at 7-2. So I'd say it's time to give out my 3 stars and hardest working player. My hardest working player is going to go to Cash Corbett. My 3rd star is going to go to Tyler Curnew with a goal and an assist. He almost had 2 goals this game. 2nd star is going to go to Mitchell Din. Comes in halfway through and had another fantastic game. And 1st star is going to go to Reese Sexton. He played fantastic. A goal and an assist. He also had a penalty, so a partial Gordie Howe hat trick for him. He played incredible tonight, or this afternoon rather. So the next game will be out in Central. I think it's in Gander if I am correct. And that is game 3 of the series. So the Pinnacle Growlers, that 7th goal might have just closed out the game. Here's Devereaux with it. Giving it back to Goss. Goss to Cleary. Back over to Devereaux. Devereaux's going to come up the ice. Devereaux cutting in on goal. Almost getting around Sims. Here's Corbett. Corbett curling back around. He starts to work his way up. Oh, he fans on it. Here goes Ewan Cleary. Porter just avoiding offsides. Cleary cuts by Corbett. Cleary heads down low. He spins around Sims. Banking it off the boards, Sexton. Trying to get it back here. Sexton out to the point to Shepard. Shepard over to Goss. He shoots. Saved in goal by Din. Cleary getting that on the boards. He pokes that through to Porter. Porter down low. Leaving it there for Sexton. Sexton cutting in here. Goss getting it back. Faking the pass. He gives it to Cleary. Cleary into Porter. That's fanned on. And Klein is going to dump it down the ice. Here go the Pinnacle Growlers. It's Cooper with it. Cooper still waiting to see what he can do here. He gives it up there to Andy Knight. Knight coming in on goal. Drop back there to Randall. Randall down to Knight. Knight back to Randall again. Out to Cooper. Cooper, he shoots. That's blocked. Cooper up to Skinner. Skinner into Randall. That's covered up by Din. So the next game is in Gander, if I am correct, as I mentioned. Game 3. So game 3 and 4 will be there. The Pinnacle Growlers looking to get the brooms out. It looks like this game is probably over, 7-2 with 2:15 left. They're looking to bring their brooms with them out to Central, hoping to get the sweep. So the next 2 games will be played out in Central. And it might actually be game 3, 4, and 5, and then 6 and 7 are played, if necessary, here in DF Browns Arena. Cooper leaving it there for Shepard. Shepard coming up here. Shepard getting by. He's checked. Small up to Cooper. Turn over to Knight. Knight trying to get it that stump down, and Shepard will pick it up. Over to Cooper. Cooper coming back around. He's being pressured by Adams. Small around to Adams. Skinner banking it off the board. Small getting it back. Randall battling forward on the boards. Adams laying the body on Randall. Here goes Shepard. Shepard coming up the ice. He'll dump it down and play it safe. Din is going to leave it there for Green, who gives it to Lambert. Lambert trying to give it up ice. Here's Hiscock. Hiscock coming in on goal. He shoots. Oh my, off the post. Almost had the hat trick. Daw coming in. He shoots. That's saved and goal by Din. So just 46.4 seconds left. Walsh giving it over to Daw. He shoots, that heads wide. It bounces back out front. Rowe around to Mulrooney. Fed out front there to Hiscock. Hiscock stepping in. That's turned over, and Daw is going to chase it down. So just 25 seconds left in this game. And the Pinnacle Growlers looking to maybe get one more, get Regan Hiscock his hat trick. Here's Daw up to Walsh. Turned over to Rowe, and the Pinnacle Growlers are going to take game 2. And they've put a stranglehold here on the Central Impact. It's a 2-0 series lead, a commanding one at that. And the Pinnacle Growlers escape with a 7-2 win So Game 3 will be out in Central, and Game 4 will be as well. There also will be a Game 5 if necessary. So thank you all, folks, for tuning in. I'd like to thank my dad, Darren Hyde, on the camera once again here this afternoon. And, folks, what a game it was. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to pray for Ukraine. Stay safe and be kind. Thank you, folks, and have a good night. Or good afternoon, rather.